think we started the game very well, the way we wanted to put them on top of the sword and pile a lot of pressure on them with very high and wide wingers and fullbacks to try and pin them in their half so that we could create a lot of scoring opportunities. And no wonder, first half we created, I think, 9 chances and we had 2 big chances in the first half. But unfortunately, when we did not take those chances, maybe they came back to bite us. But I do believe we had a very, very good first half. Unfortunate not to score enough in that moment. Second half, we had a lot of things that were very unfortunate. I think the momentum of the game was killed by a whole lot of things. One, the VAR decisions, I just feel they took too long. I wouldn't say they were right or wrong, but I just feel in a game it has an effect when you have too many stoppages and maybe 4 or 5 minutes in the issue of tennis and the handball, and I think that is a decision that can be taken very quickly. The second one, on the penalty, I think again it is something that took too long. As to whether these decisions were right or wrong, to be honest, at this stage I would not want to go there, because to a certain extent I do believe most of the decisions were very good, but unfortunately, because the momentum was broken down a lot, the second half became very ugly. I must be honest, it was a very ugly game of football where because time was also running against us. At some point we decided to say, hey, because these people are sitting in and they are not even willing to come out as much on counter-attacks. They were no longer potent that much, but they were sitting in, making our life very difficult, and we brought Brian to try and steal it with a cross or something, which I think sometimes we needed a little bit of a patience and maybe one last combinations in the wide channel before we can put the ball in. But we ended up forcing a lot of balls and the game became very, very uncontrollable. But nonetheless, I'm very proud of the boys. Unfortunate that we did not go through to the semi-final, but I think the boys really gave a good account of themselves, and probably it's us, the leadership, that will have to take the bullet and say maybe we need to plan better and do better in the next coming matches and make sure that we improve in this space, because seemingly we are not achieving our ultimate goal. Thank you.
Coach. Yeah, Melia from the CBC. Hard luck on the result. The coach here was saying he had been studying Sundowns, playing very beautiful football, and noticed that you also very dangerous when you play inside. Would you say, judging by you had chances last week, you also had chances in the first half here, and again you were not taken. But would you say that maybe tactically they matched you and they came here prepared?
We were playing a very good team. One must not take away that from them. But the number of chances that we created do suggest that we dominated the game. We could have easily, in the first 15 minutes, we could have scored 2 or 3 goals. We created very, very good chances. But unfortunately, when you don't take those early chances in the match, and the game progresses, you start getting anxious. And that's where we started now to make a lot of mistakes, and people even trying to shoot when they are supposed to pass, because the game is losing control. But I would give them credit, because now after effect, what can I say, because they've gone through. But I wouldn't really think their organization made it very difficult for us to penetrate and create clear-cut opportunities, which I believe we created. Like I said, first half we had 9 and 2 big chances, and normally 9 and 2 big chances is what you get in 90 minutes, and we got that in the first 45 minutes. So for me, I wouldn't really say it was purely because of their organization and planning that we did not go through. I think we can take a blame on ourselves, because we had chances and opportunities to capitalize on some of the challenges they had based on the profile that we saw of them. But be that as it may, I don't want to run away from the fact that we were playing against a very good team, and they are not just pushovers. They've done well against Wydad, they've done well against Samalek. So why would we start to think now we were playing nobodies? We were playing a very good team, and with a lot of very influential players. Thiago Azula, very good striker. Yano, very good striker. Number 29, the winger, very, very, very good boy. Gleeson, number 21 on the other side, also a very instrumental player. The two central midfielders, number 5 and number 14, Magu, and the other Brazilian that plays as a 6. Those are very good players. It's a very good team. We must give credit when it's due. But be that as it may, I still believe we were a better team on the day, but we unfortunately did not go through.
Lorenz, can you go ahead with your message?
Coach, after became champions, African champions twice, a lot of people mentioned Sundowns as one of the competition, and even as it made it, so it was very emotional after the game. He said, if you guys are winning, PSG story again. Do you think the pressure of, the favourites there weighed down on many of your players today?
I would not think so, because like I say, we did what we had to do today. Unfortunately, we did not put balls into the net, and as to what other people said out there, it's not very important for me. What is more important is to say we planned, we profiled the opposition, we looked at them, their strengths and their weaknesses, the challenges that they posed to us when we were in Angola, and I think we dealt with their wing play very well today. The whole first half, they never created a chance, which when we were playing with them that side, they really gave us hard time from the channels, both on the left and on the right, because they always bring those overloads of 3 players in and around the ball side, which is the striker, the winger, the fullback. And that was a very big challenge, because it demanded that our central midfield must always come and assist. Our wingers must be ready to assist with their fullback, and the striker that is breaking the line must be taken care of. And today I think we managed that very well. There is an element of pride on my side to say our players, they really responded in that space, because those are the areas we were worried about. And even how they scored, I think we slipped one big moment where the goalkeeper is throwing the ball, and from there it's already an opportunity that for me was very bad. I think it was a lapse of concentration, but I wouldn't really blame the players that much. I think we did a whole lot of good things in this match, but unfortunately in football, you win some and you lose some.
So you've been talking all year, all season about this being your number 1 priority. How much does this hurt?
No, it's hurting too much. I don't want to lie, because what is very unfortunate is that I still believe our team was a better team on the day, but unfortunately that does not count when you did not put balls into the net, because the truth of the matter is in the Champions League, unlike in the PSL, in the Champions League you make 1-2 stupid mistakes, you get punished. The goals you considered that side were all very bad goals. Crosses are coming into the box, you've got a 4-against-1 in the box and you concede. The second one, you can see, we know already, when they go into the wide channels, they don't waste time, they put the ball in the box. And again, there is no picking up in the box, and still the cross also comes in very easily. So it hurts, because you know that your team is better than what it delivered, more especially in our first leg. Probably 70% of the team did not perform to their fullest potential. But today, I would not falter a lot of guys, except to say we did not take the chances that we got. And in football, if you don't take your chances, you get punished.
Timba, please go ahead.
Hard luck on the result, Coach. I'm looking at you. I've never seen you so disappointed, but looking at what happened on the field of play, you've got an Andile Jali, the penalty came through him, and then Chambers one and missed the other one, the penalty that you guys got. How are the players in the change room? Because, we sit and watch,
after victory or a defeat, the players will always sing with the fans. But there was a lot of rejection today. How are the players?
No, everybody's down, and you cannot blame anyone for being angry. It's very important for a team to be angry. I would have felt very bad if after this result we were in a very jolly, good mood and willy-nilly to sing and dance after this match, because everybody understands how important this match was to us, and we all wanted to win this trophy. That's a fact, and that is why I would not want to get into the space of blaming those who made mistakes here and there, because in football somebody must make a mistake for you to concede, or somebody must make a mistake for you to score. And if we don't accept some of these mistakes and move on, because sometimes the people who make mistakes are the ones that do so much good for you. So it's very important as a coach and as the leadership of the team to kill those elements of gossips and blame game and wanting to look at this one or that one, because we are one team. If one person made a mistake, we all made a mistake. And as coaches, we must stand up in front and say, maybe we must be the ones that take the blame first, even ahead of the players, because the truth of the matter is these players are very important to us, and they've done very well for us in many instances, and they are still going to be very important to us. So there are times in football where as coaches we must be willing to embrace these boys and show love, even when everybody else would think maybe you should be fighting, because at times there is no use to fight over spilled milk.
Skip it, please go ahead.
Coach, I think since 2016 it has been difficult after you won, difficult to make it out of the quarterfinal stage, and then even now after you topped the group, and when you made signings, you said that you were strengthening not for the league but for the Champions League. And where we are now, how would you characterize, in terms of the investment that's been made, that the team hasn't been able to make it to the last four in quite some time? How would you characterize where we are now?
It's very unfortunate, to be honest with you, because based on the investment that the club has put in, we must take the blame that we did not take the team to the next stage. Also fully aware that maybe with some of our best investments, we were unfortunate to have them not being available for these critical matches. Rivaldo was a very big loss for us. Savreda was a very big loss for us. And George, when he was really coming in and showing very good signs, again was another big loss when we lost him before the game in Angola. So we have lost some of the very important players. Mutobi, also another loss for us at a very critical stage. But we cannot be looking and making those excuses, because some of these excuses would look very justifiable. But the truth of the matter is we believe with everybody we've got what it takes to win matches like this. But unfortunately, today was just not to be, because I like I said before, I cannot blame the team for the performance they delivered on the day. The intensity was good. You look at all the boxes that you want to tick as a coach. You say we ticked almost all the boxes, but unfortunately one very big box, which was to put the ball in the net, did not happen. And in football, if you are going to be crying over things like this for too long, you might miss the next opportunity. So we've got a 24-hour rule. We must be angry for 24 hours, feel bad, cry if you want to cry, but after 24 hours we must come back. We've got a big match on Wednesday. We have to play that match and win the league. If that can help us maybe to come back stronger and understand who we are. And we still have the net bank in front of us, so we cannot afford to dwell too much on what we can no longer change. Now it's no longer in our hands. We have done what we could do. We still have to fight on. PSG, can you imagine PSG, how much investment they've put in to win the Champions League as well? So they still have to work very hard to make sure that they achieve what they want to achieve. And maybe Nati, we've got that responsibility to still dig deep up until we achieve what we want. Man City is in that space. Everybody is in that space to say, as a big team, we want to win. And unfortunately, you try, and it does not happen. And it's very unfortunate. We cannot blame anyone. We have to blame ourselves.
Guys, is there a final question for the coach? Coach, Pati, please go ahead.
Coach, not on the result. You touched a bit on the league. Obviously, they also spoke about finishing in 71 points, and also the Cup, which may lead you to a treble. But disappointment like this may sort of, in a way, derail the guys if it's not managed properly. But what I want to find out is that how do you make sure that the guys put this behind and focus on the two-pronged mission that you still have in the Cup?
Like I said before, as a team, we've got a 24-hour rule, and that has been entrenched into the minds of the players. Setback or happiness, we may have won a very important match, but we still have to focus on the next match. So we give that excitement and celebration each 24 hours, and also we give this unhappiness and disappointment and everything 24 hours. After that, we must pick ourselves up and focus on the next assignment, because we know we are competing in all these competitions in order to be able to see how far we can go in all of them. So I am very confident that the team, after 24 hours, maybe might come back very angry and willing to go all out in the next competitions. And if it does not happen, we will not say it was true lack of trying. We will give it our best shot, and we've got a very good leadership within the team, from the president, the chairman, the management, the coaches that I work with. I'm very confident that we are one good team to be able to bring the team back quickly and focus on the next assignment.
Coach, thank you so much for your time for the media. Thank you.
Thank you.